I make the motion to leave non-public session and return to public session.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to leave public session. On the motion, Council Mills,
Yes.
Council Webb,
Yes.
Council Spencer,
Yes.
Council Chase,
Yes.
Council Flood,
Yes.
Council Healy,
Yes.
Chair votes yes. And then,
I make a motion to seal these minutes indefinitely.
Second.
okay, we have a motion and a second to seal indefinitely. Council Mills,
Yes.
Council Webb,
Just want a friendly amendment, sealing them to affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of this board.
so noted.
Yes.
Council Spencer?
Yes.
Council Chase?
Yes.
Council Flood?
Yes.
Healy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Minutes are sealed. All right. We have two new town councilors that... Three, I'm sorry, three. Oh, yeah, three.
2.5.
Yeah. Well, he was here a couple weeks ago, so. They're going to be sworn in, so we're going to have an official swearing-in ceremony. And for those who don't know, so they have been sworn in officially previously tonight. This is the more of the ceremonial aspect of it, so the business we just conducted is legit. So.
State your name.
You got that? Camera?
Yeah.
I, please state your name,
I, Daniel Mills,
do solemnly and sincerely
do solemnly and sincerely
swear and affirm
swear and affirm
that I will bear faith
that I will bear faith
and true allegiance
and true allegiance
to the United States of America
to the United States of America
and the state of New Hampshire,
and the state of New Hampshire,
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, please state your name,
I, Daniel Mills,
do solemnly and sincerely
do solemnly and sincerely
swear and affirm
swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties
all the duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as and state your position
as town councilor at large for 3 years.
for a term of,
3 years. 3 years.
1 year.
according to the best of my abilities,
According to the best of my abilities,
agreeably
agreeably
to the rules and regulations
to the rules and
of
regulations
this Constitution
of this Constitution
and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Play ball.
All right.
Randy.
All right. Good evening. Welcome to the Derry Town Council meeting for Thursday, March 26, 2026. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Councilor Spence, please lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you. For those in the event of emergency, the exits are in the back of the room, and find someone in a blue sweatshirt effect, and they're glad to help you in the event of emergency. And so, silence your cell phones, please. We'll do a roll call. Councilor Mills.
Good evening.
Councilor Webb.
Good evening.
Councilor Spencer.
Good evening.
Councilor Chase.
Good evening.
Councilor Flood.
Hello.
Councilor Healy.
Good evening.
Good evening from the chair. Going on to the next order of business, election of officers for the council. Before we do that, I want to congratulate you guys. Councilor Mills, Flood, and Councilor Healy, welcome aboard. Look forward to work with you guys. So with that, I will open up nominations for council chair. Do we have any nominations?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Aaron Spencer as Councilor Chair.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for Council Spencer. Any other nominations? All right, on the motion, Council Mills.
2 thumbs up.
All right, Council Webb.
Yes.
Counselor Spencer,
Yes.
Counselor Chase,
Yes.
Counselor Flood,
I guess so.
Counselor Healy.
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries. Congratulations. Yep. Swap these.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I will hopefully not mess it up too bad. There we go. All right. So first order of business as chair, is there a motion for a council pro tem?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that Jack Webb be named council pro tem.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for Councilor Webb as council pro tem. On the motion, Councilor Mills.
One thumbs up.
Councilor Webb.
Only one.
Yes.
Councilor Foote.
Yes.
Councilor Chase.
I guess so.
Councilor Flood.
Yes.
Councilor Healy.
Yes.
And chair enthusiastically votes yes. Thank you. All right, and last is our third signatory.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to nominate Charlie Foote as third signatory.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for Charlie Foote to be the third signatory. On the motion, Councilor Mills.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Foote.
Yes.
Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Flood.
Yes.
Councilor Healy.
Yes.
And chair, I guess, begrudgingly votes yes.
I didn't even get a thumbs up. I just got a yes.
All right. So those will be our leadership for the next cycle. On that note, we will move to public forum. So do I have a motion to open public
moved.
forum? All right, I have a motion. Is there a
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? All right, public forum is now open. The floor is yours. If you'd like to come up, just please remember to state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Evening, councilors. Michael Thiel, 1 Summit Avenue. I wanted to come out tonight to congratulate Councilor Mills, Councilor Healy on your elections. Councilor Flood, welcome back. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
I'll be serving as chair of the school board again this year, so I wanted to come out tonight to thank Councilor Foote for being a good partner with the school board on the council side for the last year as chair. I think we made some great strides toward better working together by opening lines of communication, continuing meetings of the Legislative Task Force, and our first joint meeting in quite some time. So congratulations, Councilor Spencer, on your election to the chair position, and I'm looking forward on building the relationship further between the council and the school board in the coming year.
Me too.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
I'm Charlie Buzzle, and I live at number 8 Eastgate Road. And I want to just thank you all for your service and what you bring the Derry back together. I mean, what you're doing for Derry. And I want to say another thing for the chief.
You're being summoned.
I want to thank you for your 48 years and counting.
46.
46?
Yes.
Oh, 46 years and counting. And I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
And I want to thank you for bringing the K-9 units back
Thank you.
and the comfort dog. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Charlie.
you. That's all.
Thank you very much.
You're going to have to come back in 2 years again because you said 48 already.
Owen, is there anyone online?
Madam Chair, seeing none, rise online.
We got someone in the audience?
No?
Good evening. My name's Jim Foley. I live at 178 Hampstead Road here in Derry. And my neighbors and I are here tonight because departments that this council oversee and have direction the town administrator and the code enforcement are not doing their jobs, and it has and will cost the town money. Now, in April of 2025, Bird Enterprise LLC, the owners of 187 Hampstead Road, the old Holy Cross Catholic Church, applied for a permit to erect an oversized commercial sign with an electronic message board in a residential area. They were informed they needed to get a variance for it. They applied for the variance, and after 2 hearings before the ZBA in June of 2025, and a decision that only 5 people have ever thought was proper, the applicant, the 3 members that voted for it, and Robert Mackey, the then Code Enforcement Office, the variance was granted. The reason I mention Mr. Mackey, and what we do find disturbing, is that Mr. Mackey on town time and on town email was working closely with Bird Enterprises to get the variance. The applicant actually thanked Mr. Mackey for shepherding us through this process. Mr. Mackey insisted on staying on at the Code Enforcement Office until the variance was actually granted. We've had concerns, which we've expressed before, about the undue influence on the ZBA by Mr. Mackey. After the variance was granted, the abutters and the neighbors moved for reconsideration, and after the denial, appealed to the Superior Court. Despite knowledge of the appeal, Bird Enterprise went ahead with erecting the sign. The work began and was almost completed before any permits were granted. After numerous complaints to the Code Enforcement Office, the town attorney, whom at this time we're not exactly sure represents, told the Code Enforcement Office to issue the permit, even though the sign that was erected was significantly different than the one that was applied for in April of 2025. A hearing was held early in November 2025 before the Hillsborough Superior Court, which Bird Enterprising having not intervened, did not attend, again relying on the town's attorney to present his case. In a ruling handed down on the 31st of December, the court overturned the ZBA's decision and vacated the variance. No motion to reconsider was made by the town, and no appeal was made to the Superior Court. On 30th January, I met with the current Code Enforcement Officer, Carrie Owens, about the sign. Was told that the town on or about the 13th of January of 2026 had sent Bird Enterprise a certified letter that the sign was a violation, that had 30 days to remove it. That time I expressed my understanding that this was a difficult situation, and that all we asked was that the town show due diligence in getting the sign removed and keeping us informed of progress.
Mr. Foley, if I can just interrupt you for one moment. You are out of your time.
Madam Chair, I move to extend.
Okay, is there a second?
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And I have very short left to go.
Yep, go ahead.
No, that's fine. No, I certainly appreciate that. It's my understanding that since that time, my personal understanding and from the other neighbors and butters, that the town has taken no action against Bird Enterprises, even though the zoning code and legislation allows for fines and other requests for reliefs. And not only that, they've had limited contact with us and have been very difficult to contact. Yesterday, when one of my neighbors was finally able to speak to Ms. Owens, she finally agreed to send another letter giving Bird Enterprise another 20 days to remove the sign. Today we find out that Bird Enterprise has again applied for a variance to have an oversized backlit commercial sign in a residential area, and the town, based on the advice of the town's attorney, is refusing to place any sanctions on Bird's Enterprise until another ZBA hearing is held. More than anyone, the town attorney, having lost that appeal, should know that no variance can be granted, and if one was, it would not stand an appeal. The only thing that was filed is Bird Enterprises is waiting to hear us out. The sign is still there. In fact, today, Bird Enterprises was landscaping around the sign. The backlight sign shined at our house, despite the promise they'd be off by 9 p.m., they're on from dawn to dusk. Saying here, these are agencies, these are departments you oversee, enough is enough. Today, the abutters and the neighbors mailed Bird Enterprise a private cease and desist order requiring the lights be turned off upon receipt of the letter and the sign be removed within 10 days of the receipt. If these demands are not met, we are fully prepared to take further action against both Bird Enterprises and the town of Derry for the interference with our peaceful enjoyment of our properties. I appreciate you listening to me today and extending my time.
Thank you. All right, anyone else?
Madam Chair, none rising online.
Move to close.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to close public forum and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions? All right, thank you all. We have the consent agenda. I'm going to read it all out, but I know we're going to pull at least a couple things out, or at least one thing out. So we have on the consent agenda, item 2621, approve non-public minutes for March 3rd, 2026. Those minutes are sealed. 2622 is approve the minutes from the March 3rd, 2026 public meeting. 2623 is approve the non-public minutes from the March 12th, 2026 meeting. 2624 is approve the minutes from the March 12th, 2026 public meeting. 2625, accept zoning board member resignation. 2626, accept planning board member resignation. And item 2627 is resolution 2026-014 to authorize the acquisition of property at 17 South Avenue, LMG master agreement for Abbott Court. And that will have a hearing at the first hearing at our April 7th meeting. I would like to ask that we vote on, we take out the 26-22, the minutes from the public meeting. I would like to vote on that separate, as I was not at that. I was at the non-public, but I was not at the public part of the meeting. And I will be honest, I did not watch the whole meeting. I watched pieces of it so far.
All right. Madam Chair, I move.
Are there any others?
Yeah, before you do that, Madam Chair, could you pull 2626 as that's my resignation?
Sure. We can do those separate.
Okay. Madam Chair, I move to accept item 26-21, approve non-public minutes from March 3rd. Those are sealed. I also 26-23, approve non-public minutes from March 12th, 2026. Item number 2624, approve minutes from March 12th, 2026. 26-25, accept zoning board member resignation. And 2627, resolution 2026-014 to authorize the acquisition of property at 17 South Avenue, LMG master agreement for Abbott Court.
All right, so motion to accept all of those on the consent agenda?
Second that.
Second by Councilor Mills. On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
I abstain. I wasn't here.
Abstain, okay. And Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, so motion passes for that one, 601. And then we'll do the other two separately. So is there a motion for 2622 and/or 2626?
So moved.
Well, actually, we need to do those separately.
All right, separately, okay. I move to accept 26-22, approve minutes from March 3rd, 2026.
Second.
All right, on the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood? Abstain. Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And I will abstain as well, so motion passes 502. And last one is item 2626.
I move to accept 2626, accept planning board member resignation.
Second that.
We have a motion by Councilor Foote and a second by Councilor Mills. On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood? And you don't have to abstain on this one.
Yeah, you don't have to
it in your packet.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Councilor Healy?
I'm going to abstain on this as this was my resignation from the planning board as being elected to the town council. I couldn't serve on both.
Excellent, and chair votes yes, so that motion passes 601. Ooh, consent agenda usually isn't that complicated. Okay, moving on to chair's report. Before, we're gonna do a few things tonight, but before we get into what's on here, there's something else. So we have a very involved member of our town who's starting out young, and we wanted to recognize Kaylee Stiles this evening. So I'm going to read a proclamation, which will tell you why we're honoring Kaylee this evening, and then have Kaylee come up and take a picture. Owen, are you ready for pictures?
Ready.
All right. Whereas the vision of Girl Scouts is to prepare every eligible youth in America to become responsible, participating citizens and leaders who are guided by the Scout oath and law. And whereas the Gold Award is the highest and most prestigious award in Girl Scouts earned by girls in grades 9 to 12, and where only 5.4% of Girl Scouts earn the Gold Award, I never did. And whereas Kaylee Stiles is a 10th grade student at Pinkerton Academy, where she is on the Student Council, a member of the Authors Club, Suicide Prevention Group, Stage Crew, and Clarinet Choir. And whereas she grew up in Belgium and England before moving to New Hampshire about 6 years ago, and began in Girl Scouts as part of the USA Overseas on a military base, and is now a member of Girl Scout Troop 12130, earning her Gold Award at a younger age than usual. And whereas having a soft spot for animals, Kaylee created a pet donation box to help the Greater Derry Humane Society. She has placed it outside a high-traffic pet store and has involved Pinkerton Academy Student Council to help with the upkeep. And whereas Kaylee has also created a website for her Project Paw Print, explaining her efforts in helping animals, promoting the need for donations, and why adoption is so important. And now, therefore, we, the Derry Town Council, applaud Kaylee Stiles for her commitment to the community and scouting, rewarded by achieving your Gold Award recognition. Please accept our sincere appreciation for a job well done. You are a shining example for the youth in Derry. Thank you. All have to be in a picture too. This is just me.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
All right. Just a little more on that. I'm sure nobody that knows me is surprised that I was very excited to honor someone doing something for animals, but having gone through, I knew of what the Gold Award was. I was in Girl Scouts for a long time, and I never made it that far, and that was, I'm going to be quite honest, part of why I didn't continue what that project was at that time was it was too much work. So I really want to congratulate you on doing all that work and picking a project that isn't probably the most obvious thing for a Girl Scout to pick to do, and really helping animals in town, because a lot of work I do has, it focuses on access to care, and when you help animals, you help people, and so you helped not just animals in that project, but a lot of people too, so thank you. Anyone else have anything before we?
Just that I was doing hiring and recruiting, and every time that for Derry Fire, always found great success with people who were involved in scouting and achieved the highest level of scouting. And thank you.
You're exactly what we want to see our youth doing in Derry, so thank you very much. Okay, now we get to the less fun stuff. All right, so tonight we have to do a bunch of, we have the liaison stuff first. Our appointments to the various councils and committees and whatnot and boards through town. So I'm going to go through the list and just kind of talk through the list, and I know some of them are open because the counselor that had it is no longer here, and some of it, so if you want to keep it, keep it. If you want to put it up for adoption, then you can do that too. Adoption by another counselor. So Highway Safety Liaison, Counselor Chase, you're currently in that role. Would you like to keep that?
Yes.
Okay. Conservation Commission, Counselor Foote.
Yes.
Yes, you want that. Derry Housing and Redevelopment Authority, Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Would you like to stay in that role? Yes? Okay. Don't worry, you two, there's plenty coming. Derry Public Library, I serve on that, and I would like to keep that one. Fiscal Committee, that is open. Is there anyone that would like to serve on that?
If no one else is interested, I'd be interested in that one.
Okay. I actually think we often recommend a new counselor coming on serves on that one, so that would be a good one. Is everyone okay with that? There's no one else jump in for that one? Okay. Heritage Commission, Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Okay. Legislative Committee, Counselor Webb, do you want to stay on that?
Yes.
I would also like to stay on that, and there is one other seat open. Is there anybody that would like to take that one?
Councilor Foot.
I'm already on it as well. I'm on it, but it should be one of those ones where I'm a rep already, so.
Yeah, I can take that.
Okay.
When does that typically meet, or is it the call of the chair?
I put it out to try to get a night that we can
Okay.
all get together, but we meet quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should work.
I think we've been meeting on Wednesdays, mostly. We've been meeting most
That's right,
Wednesdays,
because we're in here for planning board.
but we're all going to
yeah.
be new people potentially coming in. I don't know if it would be all the same or not.
Okay.
Awesome. Net Zero Task Force is also open. That was Councilor Moget. Anyone want to take that one? I am open to taking it, but I cannot because it meets at the same time as something else, I think.
I can
That I
do it
have.
if no one else wants it.
Okay. Thank you. Pinkerton Academy, that's also open.
Sign up for something.
You want to take that one?
yeah.
Okay.
Me very much, but.
Why do I have these on? Planning Board, Counselor Chase, do you want to keep that?
Yes.
Okay, and Counselor, we have had an alternate if someone wants that.
I was the alternate. I'll the alternate.
You'll be the alternate? Okay. Public Works, Counselor Mills, do you want to stay with
I'll
that?
stay on that, yeah.
Safety Departments, Counselor Webb?
Yes.
School Board, I have that now. I would like to keep it unless someone else is dying to have it. I will. Okay, great. Counselor Mills, you were the alternate on there. Do you want to stay there?
Yes.
Okay. Southern New Hampshire Hazardous Materials Mutual Aid District, Counselor Webb.
Yes.
Taylor Library, Counselor Mills.
I'm going to bow to,
I'll take that.
Okay. Great.
Thank you.
TIF Advisory, the DCC TIF Advisory, sorry, Counselor Chase.
yes.
Okay. The Gateway TIF Advisory is open.
I could take that.
I'll take that, okay. And Record Retention, Counselor Webb.
Yes.
Keep that? All right. Well, that was easy. And I think that was it. Okay. Now we have to do some board and committee appointments. So we'll do the ones in the packet here first. Are you okay if for ones that are the exact same sentence, I bunch them together for some of them, or do you want to do everybody individually?
Do you want to Julie?
Individually? Okay. All right. Conservation Commission is up first. I move to appoint Ricardo Bazanga as a member of the Conservation Commission for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Do I have to do a roll call for all of these too? Yeah, all right. All right, on the motion, Council Mills?
Yes.
Council Webb?
Yes.
Council Foot?
Yes.
Council Chase?
Yes.
Council Flood?
Yes.
Council Haley?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 7-0. I move to appoint Eileen Shabbat as a member of the Conservation Commission for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foot?
Yes.
Councilor
Yes.
Chase? Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Haley?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 7-0. I apologize. I will actually ask for discussion on the rest. I just realized I didn't do that. Okay. Just so people know, we have an opening for the Derry Housing and Redevelopment Authority for a tenant position. We don't have an appointment this evening, but it sounds, Mike, it sounds like there's some people in the works for that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. But we also, I believe, have for a full member, we had a resignation of Ernie St. Pierre.
Oh, okay. We haven't officially got that yet, right?
Yeah, it's right in,
You're in the wrong spot. Housing. Though we're still working on conservation.
Yeah, it's in,
Oh, that's right, that one was in there, sorry. All right, we also, we have an opening on the TIF district for the Derry Commerce Corridor. We did not have any applicants, so we won't vote on that. We had 3 openings for the Gateway TIF District Advisory Board with no applicants, so we'll move on from that. Heritage Commission, I move to appoint Gerald LaCourte as a member of the Heritage Commission for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
second.
Motion and second, any discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 7-0. I move to appoint Lynn Mary as a member of the Heritage Commission for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Is there any discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. And last one, I move to appoint it's been a long day. Aurora Weatherby as an alternate member of the Heritage Commission for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. All right, Highway Safety Committee, I move to appoint Scott Savard as a member of the Highway Safety Committee for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. I move to appoint Walter Deo as a member of the Highway Safety Committee for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes. I move to appoint Ronald Goldthwait as a member of the Highway Safety Committee for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes. And there was one addition. I move to appoint Jody Nelson as a member of the Highway Safety Committee for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0.
Point of order.
Yes.
On the highway, so just, we still have 2 vacancies.
Oh, yes. Yep. So we do have, so yes, good point. We do still have 2 vacancies on the Highway Safety Committee that we did not have applicants for. Net Zero Task Force, I move to appoint Christopher Cox as a member of the Net Zero Task Force for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. I move to appoint Michael Fodeman as a member of the Net Zero Task Force for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. And we do still have an opening for an alternate member on the Net Zero Task Force. For the Planning Board, I move to appoint Brian Chiricello as the Town Administrator's representative to the Planning Board for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Any discussion? Let's start down here. Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, 7-0. Nope, we're not doing that again. I got very confused. All right, and openings on the Planning Board. I move to appoint David Nelson as a member of the Planning Board for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. I move to appoint Richard Mallaby as a member of the Planning Board for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. And then I move to appoint Michael Wood as a member of the Planning Board for a term to expire March 31st, 2028.
Second.
Discussion on that. So we're putting him as a member. Do we know if the Michael is interested in being a member? Because he put in for alternate.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't ask, do we, kind of usually the assumption is they're an alternate with the desire to move forward.
Is Mr. Wood here?
I don't know, I can't see that far. I can see him out
I
there.
know the chair of the planning board is here, but I don't know if he's had any discussion with Mr. Wood either.
No, actually, yes, we did. We do know he wants to.
He wants to?
Yes. He wants your seat.
Okay. I just want to make
I feel like I
sure.
did know, but I don't remember why. Yes.
Just 'cause
Good- No, good question.
Sometimes, people join the board as an alternate and they want a little bit to learn.
Yep.
So I just want to make sure they're not putting him in that position.
Yes, he did express that. He would like to, he knew that we would create a vacancy and would like that if that was an opportunity. Yes, okay, good point. Any other discussion? Okay, on the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. There is an opening for an alternate member on the planning board. And last but not least, the zoning board. I move to appoint Crystal Moran as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there discussion?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
I'm not going to be voting to support Ms. Moran. I just would like to see the planning board, or zoning board, I'm sorry about that. I've looked at some of the, it's not, I support our volunteers, but I don't always agree with them. And by looking at some of the minutes and some of the votes, I just don't feel that I could support Ms. Moran on the zoning board.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. On the motion, Counselor Mills?
No.
Counselor Webb?
No.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
No.
Counselor Flood?
No.
Counselor Healy?
No.
And chair votes yes. Motion does not pass. That's a 2-5-0 vote. All right. I move to appoint Richard Tripp as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
All right. Discussion?
I'm sorry, second?
I already seconded.
He's
Yeah. I'm not going to support Mr. Tripp, and it has to do, again, with some of the votes that he made on the Zoning Board of Adjustment. It's the only time that we can, where it's a quasi-judicial board, the only time that we can show the direction that we wanted to go is in the appointment of members. And therefore, I'm not going to vote to support Mr. Tripp.
Any other discussion? All right. On the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
No.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 6-1-0. I move to appoint Gaspar Obimba as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for a term to expire March 31st, 2028.
Second.
Discussion? Counselor Webb?
Again, referring to some of my previous comments, I'm going to vote no on this.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right. On the motion, Counselor Mills?
No.
Counselor Webb?
No.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
No.
Counselor Flood?
No.
Counselor Healy?
No.
And chair votes yes, motion does not pass with a 2-5-0 vote. I move to appoint Michael Donlin as an alternate member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
All right. Did I say alternate member? It is alternate member, but I don't know if I actually said that. All right, sorry. All right, so we have a motion, a second. Any discussion?
Would he be promoted to, should he be promoted to member? Where I believe that we have vacancy for a member, since Crystal Moran did not get reappointed.
Nor
I
did
believe
he
they have to request it.
Yeah, I think he would have to. I don't really have much from him, like the
right.
page that says, like, what you're requesting, so I think he
Not
would
as
have to
now.
resubmit for that.
Okay.
But
Yes.
he
You'd have to
can,
put in for
because
it.
we'll have 2 openings. All right. Any other discussion? Okay, on the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 7-0. We agreed on something. I move to appoint Jim Dietzel as an alternate member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for a term to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Point of order, I believe he's seeking full member, the red underneath his name. He's looking to become a full member.
Oh, okay. That's right, he did actually put in for that there. Okay. I will amend my motion to move to appoint Jim Dietzel as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for a term to expire March 31st, 2020, wait, there's 2 here, 2029.
Amend my second.
Okay, so we still have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, on the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 7-0. All right, that is all for those. Thank you for everyone that does come out to join those committees and boards. You are what keeps the town moving along, so we appreciate your participation in that. We have a few more appointments. I think it's just these 3. The last ones, these were separate from our book for some reason. So our Derry Public Library, we have 3 alternate appointments. So the full members are elected, but the alternates get appointed. So I move to appoint Monica Cataldo as an alternate member of the Derry Public Library Board of Trustees for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 7-0. I move to appoint Maureen Shanahan as an alternate member of the Derry Public Library Board of Trustees for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. And last one is I move to appoint Sam Schreiner as an alternate member of the Derry Public Library Board of Trustees for a term to expire March 31st, 2027.
Second.
Discussion? On the motion, Counselor Mills?
Yes.
Counselor Webb?
Yes.
Counselor Foote?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Flood?
Yes.
Counselor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. All right, we got through all that. All right, and then we have our report on our 2026 town and school elections with our town clerk, Tina Guilford, and our town moderator, Dave Nelson, presenting.
Thank you,
I wanna
Madam
hear
Chair,
about that
and members of the council. I would first like to give some thank yous, particularly to the council. Many of you spent a large portion of the day with us, and we certainly appreciate that. We would like to thank the administration and the Public Works Department, who provide invaluable support and service. Public Works carries all the equipment to and fro, sets it up, tears it down. We couldn't do it without them. We'd like to thank the staff at Pinkerton Academy, who are always very accommodating of our needs. I would like to thank Mr. Preventure and his crew at Derry Community Access Media who televised the results. We really appreciate that. I'd like to thank the members of the town clerk staff and the supervisors of the checklist. Again, we could not do the work without them. And additionally, all of the poll workers, both volunteer and paid, who make the day work very, very smoothly. And finally, all the voters who come and cast their votes, because that's really what it's all about.
I would like to thank our town moderator. Congratulations on your reelection. Just for numbers, in case anyone was wondering, we started the day with 20,482 voters. We had 33 same-day registrations, and we had 1,809 voters. So we were short of my 2,000 voter goal. There's always next year, right? So turning our attention to the next election, it will be our state primary election, September 8th, 2026 at Pinkerton Academy. Everyone votes at Pinkerton. Next, after that, will be our state general election, November 3rd, 2026, again at Pinkerton Academy. I expect that we'll have a great turnout that day. And then, just because I want to make sure everybody knows, save the date, March 9th, 2027, for the next town and school election. I'd like to thank the council for all your support, Public Works, the administration, everyone in this building who puts up with all my election crazy, police, fire, everyone who supports Pinkerton, the poll workers, because we cannot do it alone, and just everyone who actually comes out to vote, even if they only came out for the kids' vote and Girl Scout cookies, because I watched adults do that on election day. And that's it.
Thank you. Any questions or comments, council?
Just thank you. Great job as always.
Yes, thank you. It was a very smooth day, even with our small turnout. Okay, town administrator's report. I will turn it over to Mr. Fowler.
All right, good evening. I have a couple of items tonight. I think the first item that I'd like to tackle this evening is the confirmation of our fire chief. So for everybody that's in the audience today, the town has had an interim fire chief for several months based on the retirement of the last chief. We've gone through an exhaustive process to try to find our next fire chief. I want to thank a number of people going through the process where we started with a public advertisement through New Hampshire Municipal, Mass Municipal, and that was all spearheaded by Catherine St. Ledger of the Human Resources Department. Did a great job at bringing in as many candidates as we could get. Prepped some materials and then handed it over to a committee comprised of 4 members, 1 standing chief, a member of our current IAFF, a member of the public, and one of our town councilors, Jack Webb. And they did an exhaustive search and got some great responses from all of the candidates, conducted interviews, and then brought that to me for final disposition. With that, we were looking for somebody of the highest integrity who had a great level of expertise and who could lead the Derry Fire Department into its future. And I am pleased to announce that we have found that person, and that person is Greg Laro, who is your interim fire chief. And at this tonight, I'm asking the town council to confirm my recommendation through a resolution to make Greg the permanent fire chief effective March 26, 2026, and the resolution is in your packet for reading. But I do want to say, I see Greg is here with his family tonight. I have the utmost confidence that you will carry through with all the duties and roles that everybody in this community is looking forward to. You have a brand new fire station that you were deeply involved with and really lugged that thing through to the end, and I have a lot of gratitude for you for doing that. So congratulations, Greg. Obviously, we have the the resolution to read, but I do want to pass along. I have the highest faith and confidence in your future.
Counselor Webb?
All right, before I read the resolution, it's with great pride that I do this. I got to sit on the interview board that hired firefighter Greg Laro. I remember vividly having a conversation with firefighter Greg Laro and asking, why haven't you taken the lieutenant's exam? Because I see great things in you. I got to sit in on his fire chief's interview. And now I get to read and make a motion that we adopt a resolution number 2026016 to confirm the appointment of the fire chief, whereas section 8.8A of the town charter requires that the town council confirm the appointment of certain appointive officers, and whereas there is a vacancy in the office of fire chief, and whereas town administrator has identified a candidate who possesses the necessary skills and experience to succeed in the position. Now, therefore, be it resolved in council that the appointment of Greg Laro as fire chief is hereby confirmed. This resolution shall take effect on March 26th, 2026.
Second that.
Is there discussion? All right. You don't get to talk. All right. On the motion, Counselor Mills.
Yes.
Counselor
2 thumbs
Webb.
up.
With pride and expectation, yes.
Counselor Foote.
Yes.
Counselor Chase.
Yes.
Counselor Flood.
Yes.
Counselor Healy.
When I got my packet, this is one of the first things I was looking at and hoping that this was the selection the committee was going to make. So I'm very, very pleased with this. Very pleased that we had an internal candidate, the next in line, rise up and is going to fill the responsibilities. So yes.
And I agree. This was where I hoped we would land. So I very enthusiastically vote yes as well. So congratulations, Chief Laro. Hey. Would you like to come up and say a few words? I mean, you probably don't want to, but you knew that would be off.
So, first of all, to the members of the council, Town Administrator Mike Fowler, and the community of Derry, I sincerely appreciate the faith and trust you're placing in me to lead the department in the future. I am privileged and excited by this opportunity because I know the talent that we have within our organization. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. To the members of the department, some of whom are here tonight in the back of the room, I want to thank you for the support you've shown throughout the leadership transition, and I ask that you continue to provide that support as we work together to serve the community. I would also like to thank the executive board and membership of Local 4392 for their support and confidence. Probably should do that. Where were we? I know we'll continue to enjoy a productive relationship. Lastly, I owe the biggest thank you of all to my wife, Ashley, 2 daughters, Abigail and Samantha. The last few months have been a wild, unpredictable ride, and I know it's taken an undeserved toll on all of you. So thank you for standing by me. That is...
Oh, would you mind if I grab one of my family? Absolutely. Let's
point.
Week session. Owen, maybe get the on-duty crew with them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
No, that's good. All right. And back over to Mr. Fowler.
And so I do have some other items just of general interest. I'll be very brief because I know we've had a lot of items still to go tonight. So I just want to alert the council that staff, primarily finance staff, myself, and department heads have been working through the final pieces of the FY27 budget. We're going to be bringing in a budget that meets the statutory tax cap of 3.3%. So right now, everything's being put together and compiled. Councilors, you should be getting your packet by Monday or Tuesday of next week. So we'll let everybody know relative to that. But that segues into, as a reminder, this is maybe more for the public, we have a number of sessions coming up. April 7th is our first, it's a regular council meeting. There will be an overview of the FY27 budget. April 9th is a work session that starts at 6 p.m., and that's going to be the fire, police, and public works department presentations. On April 16th at 6 p.m. as well, we'll be doing our second budget workshop at 6 p.m. That will be on all of the other departments, finance, libraries, all the administrative departments. Those will all be conducted on that date. On April 21st, we'll have another regular town council meeting, and if there are any cleanup items for the budget, those will be taken care of at that point. And then finally, April 23rd, we'll be having the fiscal 27 budget and capital improvement plans public hearing, and that will be the final presentation on the budget in lining up for a vote or anticipated vote on May 5th. So keep everybody in the loop. This is information's in your packet, and we'll obviously be distributing the public notices in advance. Last item that I wanted to put out to the council today was House Bill 1469, which is dealing with Asian spas, that passed through the House resoundingly at a vote of 323 to 28. Now that will be brought over to the Senate. And so that we'll be anticipating the crossover with that. But a lot of good work by a lot of people in our legislative group, particularly Councillor Foote or Rep. Foote, but many others have been pulling the ship on this, and that will certainly help out the town of Derry in its current and future endeavors relative to eradicating the issues with the Asian spas that we had gone through. So that's all good news on that front. And other than that, the last piece of items that I have is just a reminder that next Saturday there will be the Millennium Annual Cheap Marathon, a little bit different route this year. That's on April 4th. They used to start and finish in the area of Abbott Court, but obviously with the construction going on, our staff has reached out, and they're going to be doing an alternate route this year. They'll be starting in Wyndham, working their way north through Derry. So they'll be still using the rail trail on a couple of adjacent roads, but there won't be the same start-finish location that used to end and begin in downtown. We do have hopes that in 2 years' time, when the Abbott Court development is done, that can be brought back to downtown Derry, because it does bring a lot of traffic and business to those areas. So that's all I have this evening.
Thank you, and thank you to Counselor Foote for all his work on that bill for the spas. That has been huge, and I know it's been a lot of work. Thank you for sticking with that.
Could I speak to that real quick?
You may, yes.
So, team effort, Council Mills is a co-sponsor as well, and Representative Nelson from Derry, also co-sponsor. So, we got it this far. It's not done yet, so I'm encouraging everybody to reach out to the state senators. Our senator for here is Senator Birdsell, and you can reach out to all the senators. There's 24 of them. Please reach out to their office, email them, whatnot, tell them how important this bill is and that you want this passed. There's actually another bill, 1458 as well, but it's going to take a village to put this through, to get it through the finish line, so please reach out to your senators and let them know that this is an important bill for Derry and for the community in general. Thank you.
Excellent. Any other questions for the town administrator before we move on?
I just have one comment. I was also a co-sponsor on this, but some of us just rode Charlie's coattails. Let's face it. Charlie did the yeoman's work on all of this. Town Councilor Charlie Foote / State Representative Charlie Foote, and he's put over 8 years of his life into this bill trying to get these massage parlors cleaned up here in Derry, and I take absolutely no credit for this whatsoever. I just threw my weight around it.
And we are seeing that. We are seeing the changes. I was telling the council when I got here this evening, I drove by one of the former locations, and I happened to look in the window of that building, and it was very clearly an office, and there was a woman at the, copy machine or something, and it just made me so happy to see that I don't have to drive by there and be embarrassed or feel uncomfortable that was in my neighborhood, and so thank you.
So also, Chief Fioli and Town Administrator Fowler were very instrumental in this. They really did a lot of behind-the-scenes work as well, which we, the Chiefs Association and Mr. Fowler wrote a nice letter to the committee to help get it over that next hump, and they're on the commission, the IMB Commission, Illicit Massage Business Commission, so they're very instrumental in this. So again, a lot of teamwork, a lot of part involved. So,
Councilor.
Again, I just want to thank Councilor Foote for not only all the work he's doing, but educating people like me that the severity of the problem. But the beautiful part of this bill, if it gets to the governor's desk, and we need to get through the Senate, is that it takes some successes that we have in Derry and it pushes it out to the rest of the state. So that we're not just pushing them out of Derry for them to go to Londonderry. Hopefully now the state can now push them out of this state and have them go away forever.
And Bev Donovan's been very instrumental in this as well,
Yes,
here in town. So
Definitely
again, I'm probably
group
forgetting
effort.
people, but there's a lot of people. It's so much teamwork involved in it. So I apologize if I missed anybody, but thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have one public hearing this evening. It is item 2619, Resolution 2026-012, to accept a Department of Justice Assistance Grant for FY 2026 COPS Technology and Equipment Grant. Police Chief George Fioli presenting. Good evening.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, councilors. If you'll indulge me for just a moment, a bit of history first. The town police department has been using a records management and a CAD, computer-aided dispatch, software package since 2001. And if you know anything about technology and software, 2001, that's practically prehistoric in the terms of software development. So I recognized that we needed to make some effort into modernize and update our software system. Now, I'll also say that our current vendor is no longer building or supporting the software system we're using today. So there will be no further improvements or enhancements in that software. So recognizing that it's very difficult to take on a project of this magnitude with a tax cap budget, I met with the police chief in Londonderry and the police chief in Windham, and I proposed a joint venture to apply for congressionally direct spending funds from Senator Shaheen and Congressman Pappas through their offices. We put together a plan to do just that. In March of 2025, we submitted a request, a congressional direct spending request, through their offices. Over the past year, it was moved through the Appropriations Committee in Congress and was funded to the amount of $1,039,000. Now, that's a little less than we had applied for, I should say, submitted a request for. We actually sought $1.75 million for the 3 communities. The reason for that is when we first started discussions in 2024 about this project, it involved local servers in each one of our communities, tied together with a master server, tied together over a dedicated fiber optic network. All of those things carry some pretty significant costs. So we were, matter of fact, it was the day we opened the fire department, the new fire station in town. We were notified by the Congressman Pappas' office that our application was favorably considered, and we were funded to the tune of $1,039,000. So that brings us to tonight. The process, once funded, requires that a federal agency contact us and tell us that this is the grant application you need to file. That's through the COPS office, the Department of Justice. It's not a competitive grant. The money is already there waiting for us to apply. So I seek your approval tonight to apply for those funds to allow us to move forward with acquiring new software, CAD and RMS, for the towns of Derry, Londonderry, and Windham, and a joint project that we've developed. Happy to answer any questions about that.
Madam Chair, I move to open public hearing.
Second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? All right. Public hearing is open on this issue. If you wish to speak on this topic, feel free to come up to the microphone.
Madam Chair, seeing none, rise online.
I move to close public hearing.
Second that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstention? Okay, councilors, any questions?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a resolution 2026-012, to accept the Department of Justice Assistance Grant for Records Management and Dispatch Software Upgrades. Whereas Section 9.15 of the Town Charter authorizes the Town Council to accept grant funding, and whereas the Police Department seeks to upgrade antiquated software to provide prompt emergency response, and whereas Senator Shaheen and Congressman Pappas submitted a Bureau of Justice Assistant Grant request on behalf of Derry, Londonderry, and Windham in the federal FY26 budget for a regional software enhancement, and whereas funding for the grant was approved in the federal FY26 budget and the grant will cover 100% of costs, now therefore be it resolved in council pursuant to RSA 31:35-B that the town administrator is hereby authorized to apply for, accept, and expend up to $1,039,000 from the U.S. Department of Justice Office of Community-Oriented Police Services FY 2026 COPS Technology and Equipment Grant to support the Derry Police Department. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its passage.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Mills, second by Councilor Foote. Any further discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foote?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0.
Thank you very much, Council.
All right, new business. We have item 2628, Resolution 2026-013, to set the compensation of the town clerk. Town Administrator Mike Fowler presenting.
All right, so tonight I've got a little bit of housekeeping. As you're aware, the town clerk is an elected position. The town council is responsible for setting that annual salary. Last year, the salary was set at $66,053. One of the philosophies is to make that increase follow along with the non-represented group within our employee group, and typically that trends with what the tax cap approval, which in this case, we know the number at 3.3%. So what I'm recommending today is that the increase of the town clerk's salary would be to $68,233, and that would be effective July 1st, 2026.
Any questions or comments from council?
No, seems pretty straightforward.
Motion to open the, do we need a public
No,
hearing?
not public
No,
hearing.
we don't need a public hearing.
Just need a motion.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move resolution number 2026-013 to set the compensation of the town clerk FY 2027. Whereas Section 5.1 of the town charter designates the town council as the governing and legislative body of the town, and whereas Section 8.6, parentheses C of the charter empowers the town administrator to fix the compensation of all town officers and employees appointed by the town administrator. And whereas the town clerk is an elected official whose compensation is not fixed by the town administrator, doing so is therefore a legislative action and a duty of the town council. Now therefore be it resolved in council that the town clerk's base annual compensation is established at $68,233 for FY '27, and further be it resolved that the town clerk is hereby provided with access to the full range of employee benefits available to non-represented employees. This resolution shall take effect immediately on July 1st, 2026.
Second.
A motion and second. Any further discussion?
So I agree with this resolution fully. I'm going to abstain as my full-time job, I believe, would be in conflict with approving a salary for another clerk. We often share salary surveys throughout the state, throughout our association, so I don't want to vote on an increase for another community when that same survey is then passed around through, the Clerks Association and with my community as well. But I do agree with the premise of the resolution. I'm just going to abstain for that reason.
Anyone else? All right, on the motion, Councilor Mills.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Foot.
Yes.
Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Flood.
Yes.
Councilor Healy.
Abstain.
And chair votes yes. Motion passes 601. And last item of business, item 2629. Excuse me, I almost spit out my cough drop. Resolution 2026-015 to authorize an extension of the master development agreement with Lansing Melbourne Incorporated. Again, Town Administrator Mike Fowler presenting.
All right, another housekeeping item. As everybody is aware, the town has engaged with LMG New Hampshire, and as part, you're starting to see some real construction going on at the Abbott Court site. One of the key features of the agreement between the two parties is that there was going to be a land transfer from town property into a condo document style, and there's been a few items that took a little bit longer than anticipated. However, Lansing Melbourne Group had reached out and they're simply requesting an extension. The closing date was identified previously as March 30th, 2026. They're seeking to extend that until 6 months, until September 30th, 2026. No other changes to the document are notated. It's just an extension of the time to complete the closing and meet that condition.
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
Seeing no questions or comments, Madam Chair, I move resolution number 2026-015 to authorize an amendment to the master development agreement with LMG New Hampshire LLC for the redevelopment of Abbott Court. Whereas Section 5.1 of the town charter designates the town council as the governing and legislative body of the town, and whereas the master plan and town council goals have identified the redevelopment of Abbott Court as an economic development priority, and whereas the town has been in discussions with LMGNH LLC, which has experienced transforming underutilized assets into a catalyst for downtown redevelopment, and whereas the town council, pursuant pursuant to Resolutions 2021-075 and 2024-066, authorized a memorandum of understanding for the redevelopment of Abbott Court with the Lansing Melbourne Group, and whereas the town and LMG have successfully partnered to redevelop Abbott Court, now therefore be it resolved in council that the town administrator is hereby authorized to execute an amendment to the master development agreement and all other associated documents with LMG NG LLC for the redevelopment of Abbott Court. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its passage.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilor Mills, second by Councilor Foot. Any further discussion? On the motion, Councilor Mills?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Foot?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Flood?
Yes.
Councilor Healy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes, motion passes 7-0. Any councilor comments or liaison reports? Councilor Foot?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, just want to congratulate the new councilors, number one. Number two, congratulations on your step up. And then last night, the Conservation Committee, wasn't the committee directly, but they have a subgroup that had some wildfire experts come in from the state, and they had a little presentation on that. Councilor Webb has been on that panel, so I'm going to let him speak to it. But before everyone leaves tonight, on the back table back there, there are some brochures about fire safety, and it's about the Wildfire Protection Plan. I couldn't think of the word, it's been a long day. Council Webb was on that and instrumental in helping with that program last night, and I know Councilor Chase also came to the event. So please take those brochures and look into it, and I'll pass it off to my colleague.
I'll just spend a couple of minutes. So what the subcommittee, which is made up of Beth Carver, who is the land manager, Val Conway, who's a member of the Conservation Committee, John Neely, who's the state, works with Division Forests and Lands as the state wildfire expert, and Battalion Chief Ryan Bump from the fire department, and myself. And what we're doing is developing a community wildfire protection plan. And what this will do with, among other things, help provide safety to the community. It'll also provide access to some grant funds that'll help mitigate and improve our forest lands to make them more fire safe. In short, the environment is changing. Our woods are being threatened by different invasive species, both insects and flora, that are changing how our brush fire risk is developing. Derry is actually considered by the state of New Hampshire to be at the highest risk for a more serious, not a California-style brush fire, let me get away from that, but a more serious fire that could threaten property. So we want to develop this plan and educate people on how to mitigate the risks around their home.
And Chief Lauro was there last night on the panel as well, so if it's, and I believe, Owen, is that currently showing right now on DerryCAM? Is it accessible?
Yes, Mr. Chair. It could, it's on the channel and also available at DerryCAM.org. Tune in.
Okay, it's well worth it.
On demand.
One of the things that was discussed after the panel, which I think is going to be kind of cool with Owen, was this gentleman, John Neely, is, when you get him out in the woods, he's actually really fascinating, and you can learn a lot from them. And one of the next times that we do a tour of the conservation land, we're going to be bringing DerryCAM with us so that they can capture John. And as he identifies and talks about the woods, the flora, and the fauna that we see here in Derry.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilor Hill?
Yep. I would just like to publicly thank the voters in District 3 for electing me to this position, and I hope to serve them well and do a good job up here, and I'm looking forward to working with the rest of the council. Thank you.
Anything else? All right. No, don't do it. I have two things.
It's my favorite motion.
Two things that I wanted to bring up. One, in addition to a marathon on the 4th in town, there is also our rabies clinic, just a reminder, from 1 to 4 on the first floor here in the Municipal Center. There are still appointments available if you want to call the town clerk's office to sign up for one of those. We will also squeeze in walk-ins as we're able, but if you schedule an appointment, that makes our lives much easier. We know who's coming when. And just a reminder, if you do come, please make sure all dogs are on a leash and all cats are in carriers. And if your animal is not good with others, come in and talk to us before just bringing them into the building, because we can sometimes work around that. And the other thing I wanted to bring up, we talked about earlier, Mr. Fowler read off all the dates for our budget workshops and our budget hearings and all of that coming up. If you're someone who ends up emailing us right around tax time to tell us you want to know everything that's going on, this is your time to learn about what's going on. We go through the budget. Every department is going to present on the budget. You will hear why there's an expense here, why there isn't. There's a public hearing for you to comment, express how you feel about that budget as well, for us to hear that. We welcome people to be more involved in that process. So again, we have on April 7th, we will have the budget presentation for FY27 during our council meeting. April 9th and April 16th, both at 6 p.m., there will be budget workshops. April 21st is a regular council meeting, but if there's anything we need to address on the council on the budget, we will. And then finally, on April 23rd, will be the FY27 budget and CIP public hearing, just as another reminder. Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.